Hi, this is Sarah, and today I'm doing a review on, oh god, I'm gonna say this is gonna be book 952 for 2012. I'm gonna double check that. I'm pretty sure it's number 9, which was actually the Dreden Files, the first book of the Dreden Files, which was Stormfront. Was really good. It's supposed to be like very film noir, but with a wizard as a detective, and yeah, no, it was really cool. It was really cool. It was not very film noirish. I don't know. I've never been big into detective stories. Like, I always find them really obnoxious, but I actually really enjoyed it. It was pretty well paced, although there were some bits that were a bit more like, slower, and yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. In general, I really enjoyed it. I thought there were some really funny bits, there were some really interesting bits, there were some really clever bits. By the time we realised the full-on connection, sort of quite towards the end, I mean, even though I'm not big into like detective stories and stuff in book form, I am huge on cop dramas, and I freaking love CSI and stuff like that. So, I mean, after a while you'll find that sort of stuff really formulaic. So, if you're somebody who's into it, you tend to be able to typically guess stuff really easily. And you're like, oh, this is totally what's going on, and that guy is totally actually the bad guy. You can spot it usually pretty easily. You have, I don't know, I suppose after a while I had my suspicions, but then I was like, well, how could that connection possibly have occurred? But it was still pretty late. I kind of assumed it was going to be two separate halves of a story going in tandem. We start off the book by seeing Dreden first going to a crime scene where two people have been cursed in such a way as their hearts have actually ripped themselves out of their bodies. Really gruesome description of the scene, and this one song that was playing over and over again on a loop on the stereo. And then we go to his office, where we see a woman named Monica Sells, who leaves Dreden with a lot of money to find her husband. And, eventually along the way we do find there is a connection between the two stories. If you're interested in reading it, I'm not going to give you any spoilers beyond that, but there is a connection to the two cases. It was really cool. It was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty well written. I thought it was really clever. Found myself really kind of liking Murphy. Dreden's a bit like, I don't know whether I actually like Dreden or not. I totally, what is the name of he's got like, it's sort of like a sidekick. He's got this sort of spirit who inhabits a skull that lives on a shelf and helps him mix potions. And the dialogue coming out of that thing is just hilarious. But all in all, it was really good. It was really good. I felt like there was a lot of really great explanation for background. There was a couple of sort of scenes that were really beautifully written. And all in all, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, big thumbs up so far for the first book of the Dreden Files. I have book 2 definitely. I might even have book 3. I think I have the 3rd book. Anyway, so yeah, that was really good. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks very much. Bye.